Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Center Calgary, and I'm here today with a really exciting new piece of pre-owned inventory. I really love this one. It is a 2018 718 Cayman GTS, which is a mouthful, but means just a really fun sports car. So with these cars, they are of course mid-engine, engine right in the middle, right behind the driver, meaning you get obviously inherently outstanding balance, but also more practicality than you get with most two-seater sports cars, because you have the rear trunk as well as a front trunk, so you actually have quite a bit of cargo space. And the Caymans also open as kind of a hatchback, so you have even more space that you can utilize if you want to. So surprising practicality. But let's be honest, that's not why you're looking at this car. It's more for the fun and the performance and the style. So aesthetically, I think the car looks awesome. Those mid-engine proportions just work great. It looks phenomenal. So with the GTS, I guess I should start with the power plant. This one uses the 2.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder, 365 horsepower. Now, one thing I'll say right off the top, people have been critical of this motor because of how it sounds, and I think they couldn't be more wrong. I think it sounds awesome and gives you far better performance than the old 6-cylinder naturally aspirated car that it replaces. Way more torque, and it's just a way faster vehicle. And in fact, I was just parking this car in our underground showroom here the other day, and there was just a customer walking by, and as I got out of the car, he saw me and said, "Wow, what is that? That sounds awesome." And I said, "Yeah, it's funny you should say that, because people have actually criticized the sound of this motor, but I think it's more criticizing the idea. They don't like the downsize in cylinders without actually hearing the car and getting a real understanding of how it actually sounds, which is still very exciting, very emotional. It's different than the 6, but it isn't bad at all. I think that's really a misconception out there. But as a result, it does mean that these are quite a good value right now. So let me dive into this one. This one is in sapphire blue metallic. Really cool, really rare color. We didn't sell too much of it. Most of the cars we sell are black and white, and that's great, and silver. But I really appreciate when somebody goes for a vibrant color like this. It gives it so much more presence. You can't miss this car when it drives by. And coming down today to shoot this video, it just looks amazing under this light. Such depth in the color. I think it's phenomenal. And these wheels are the standard wheels that you get on the GTS. They're a 20-inch Carrera S wheel in satin black, so kind of a matte black finish. The thing about the GTS, so one, a little bit more horsepower than you get with an S. Only 15 horsepower though, so you're really not buying it for the extra horsepower. You're buying it more for the extra GTS stuff, like those wheels. On a regular Cayman or Cayman S, you'd have an 18-inch wheel as standard, whereas here you've got the 20-inch. And then you also get the sport design body kit, so you can maybe notice the front bumper. It's a little bit different, a little bit more aggressive looking than it is on a regular Cayman or Cayman S. Although you can option that on those cars if you want to. It's a pretty pricey option, so few people do. But as part of the GTS, it's just built in as standard equipment, so makes them look a little bit sportier. And then as well on the outside, in the back, they did the optional rear wiper on this one, which we don't see all the time, and does add, again, a little bit more practicality. Also, automatically with the GTS, to go along with those black wheels, you get black badging as well. So it'll say 718 Cayman S in matte black on the back. Again, lending itself to that kind of sporty vibe that the car's got. Exterior wise, I think that's about, the power folding mirrors, another option that were selected on this one. And then I'll point out as well, this one being a pre-owned vehicle, sometimes you get some stuff kind of thrown in as a bonus, such as the paint protection film. So this one has already been wrapped right up to the top of the hood, the front fenders, front bumper, as well as the side mirrors and inside the door handles here, so you're not scratching that with your fingernails. That's all been wrapped in film as well, so it'll hold up quite nicely. But then let's move on to the inside. So probably, in my mind anyway, the most important single piece to this whole vehicle is the transmission. It does use the 6-speed manual transmission, which just feels incredible to drive. You've got just a next level of engagement in the driving experience, right? The PDK obviously is an outstanding transmission and a great piece of technology. It is faster than the manual, and it's more efficient, and all that stuff is great. But if you're just looking for pure driving experience and enjoyment, you can't beat the Porsche 6-speed manual. So I love that. It pairs super well with the car. But content-wise, you've got your black GTS interior here. So the seats are a combination of leather and Alcantara. The seat centers are Alcantara, which is a synthetic suede. It gives you kind of a grippier seat. It's a motorsport derived material, so really cool. Again, lending to that sporty vibe. You'll hear me say that a few times. And then this one has the premium package, which gives you a few things, one of which being a seat upgrade to either the 14 or the 18-way seat. In this case, it's the 18-way, so the most adjustable seat that we have and the most heavily bolstered seat. You have variable bolsters on the seat sides as well as the seat base, and the 18-way gives you a little bit more shoulder support as well compared to the 14-way. A really, really nice seat. And then you get position memory with that as well. Also, as part of the premium package, you get heated seats. You get let's reference my cheat sheet here. Oh yeah, the 2-zone climate control, which is nice. Not only do you have independent climate zones, but something a lot of people don't realize, when you don't get that, because I do understand the argument, it's a small cabin, are you really going to have appreciably 2 separate zones? You do, but what you also get is an actual temperature display in degrees, whereas without that, you just have a number of dashes, right? So it's a little thing, but I do like to have the degrees rather than just this many dashes or that many dashes along the kind of meter there, right? So you get that with a package. You also get the auto dimming mirrors. You get the rain sensors as well, and I think that's about everything in the premium package, but then they added a few things beyond that. It's quite a well-equipped car. Lane change assist, which is the blind spot warning, that's in here as well. And then the seat belts, they opted to have the what Porsche calls a silver gray seat belt, so not as bright as, you know, a red or a yellow or something, but it does give you just an extra bit of contrast inside, which I always like, those little subtle touches that to me add up to more than the sum of their parts at the end of the day. Also, the smoking package, which a lot of people can kind of be confused about because we put it on a ton of cars and virtually nobody smokes nowadays, but it actually just puts kind of a little lid in the center console and it looks a whole lot cleaner than it would otherwise, and it was a $0 option anyhow. As well, we have the GT multifunction steering wheel. So it's a smaller steering wheel than the typical one, and the multifunction gives you all of the buttons on there as opposed to controlling things through a stalk on the steering column, and it's heated as well. So the best steering wheel you can get. I really love it. The smaller one does make a difference, and having those controls are certainly nice to have. And then the Bose sound system too, so a pretty meaningful upgrade over the basic sound system. And then all GTSs will have the sport exhaust as well, so that's there, and the sport chrono package, so you can rotate with a drive mode selector on the steering wheel from sport into sport plus mode or individual mode. And with the manual transmission in sport or sport plus, it can do the auto rev matching, so you can downshift, and if you do go to blip the throttle yourself to do a rev match, it'll let you do it, but if you don't, it'll just do it for you, and it's perfect every time. And when I first heard of those systems, I thought, well, it's cool, but I like doing it myself. But then when I actually tried it out, and now I have it in my own personal car, and I use it all the time. It just works so well, and it's so satisfying to just have it perfect every time. It's really, really cool. I encourage you to try it out if you haven't. And I think I've pretty much summed up the options on this one. So the last thing I want to mention is the fact that it is a Porsche approved certified pre-owned vehicle. So that means it's been through our inspection and reconditioning process and been brought up to Porsche's quite high standard. And as a result of that, it gets extra warranty. So from brand new, the car would have had 4 years or 80,000 kilometers. That gets extended to 6 years and unlimited kilometers. So in this case, March 28th was the in-service date for this one of 2018. So you have full comprehensive Porsche warranty until March 28th of 2024. And again, unlimited kilometers, and that warranty is good North America wide. So it's a really, really great program. And this is a really, really great car, as I'm sure you will agree. If so, do give us a call or pay us a visit if you want to come and take a look at this one. Right now, it's getting colder outside, so we've been keeping all of our sports cars in the basement. So it's here and clean and warm for you to come and check out anytime. So again, please do if you're interested. And we have, I think, a couple of Caymans right now in inventory, all really, really cool cars. So if this one doesn't work for you, check out those other videos as well. Maybe one of those will. Thanks again for watching.